Test, test, test. Can you guys hear me? Yeah? Welcome. All right, let's get on our feet. I wasn't sure what the weather was gonna do. Look at this, the sun is shining on Sanborn. You gotta believe that the sun will always shine on Sanborn, so you just show up, you know? Is the music outdoing my voice? Pull back the music just a tiny bit. I just don't want to scream. Good morning. Hi, Kamal. All right, let's step up to the top of the mat and bring our feet together. I just have to hug you. Never here. It's so good to have you here. You'll talk later. I'll give you the mic. All right. Felt so weird to just go and have you standing right there. That I love you so much and not say hi. Yes. Good morning, Shabbat Shalom, my friends. All right, hands together at the heart center. Let's press gently into the palms. See if that pressing into the palms helps you lift your chest, lift your head. And as you start to feel some energy rise in you and you stand up a little taller, can you ground your feet? Lift and spread your toes, and then put some weight in your heels, and then put each one of those 10 toes down into the ground. Yep. As if to say, I am here and I am ready. We start to draw our attention to our breath, and we start to put our eyes in one place. Pick one point, focus your eyes, and focus on that breath. And all of those things are telling you that the yoga has already begun. It's okay. All right. So we have that breath and we have our presence, we have our focus. Now we've got to see if we can keep all of those things as we move. So we'll start really simple. Inhale, reach your arms up. Yep. Breathing and moving. Exhale, forward fold. Just fold right in. Nicely done. Lift halfway. Inhale. Maybe look a little bit forward. And then exhale, fold again. On your inhale, rise all the way to standing. Lift your head. Sweep the arms all the way out, up, and touch the palms together. Then pull them right back to heart center. That was beautiful. Let's do it again. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Fold in a little deeper maybe. Grab your ankles. Draw the head down. And then lift halfway, look forward, take a deep breath. Fold again on your exhale, and then inhale, rise all the way up. There we go. Hands touch, and then we pull them back into the center. We reposition ourselves. Inhale, arms reach. Hold there, hook your thumbs. Let's spread our fingers really wide, like the thumbs are pulling apart. And then we're gonna go left today. Let's go left, so we don't get into habit. We don't always have to lead with the right. I'm actually offended by always leading with the right because I'm a lefty, right? Yeah. So draw the tailbone down, lift up out of the rib cage. That's it. And then inhale, rise back to center. Switch your thumbs and go to the other side. Reaching up long through both sides of the waist, and you're still breathing. Like even though we're moving, that same rhythm in the breath. Filling up and emptying out. Let's rise back up to the center. Release your arms down by your sides. Good. Inhale, both arms up. One more time. Exhale, forward fold. Fold all the way in. Then lift halfway on the inhale. Let's soften the knees so you can touch the ground. Go ahead and touch down. And then take the right leg and step back. Just the right toes all the way to the back of the mat. And then right knee down, please. Good. Inhale, both arms up over your head. Let's see if we can get some of the weight out of the right knee and bend the left one so you come a little more forward. Just bend that left knee so you lean a little bit more forward. I want you to feel sensation in the front of the right hip. That's it. Now, interlace all of your fingers except for the index. And then pull the biceps back a bit, back by your ears. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Right? All right, lengthen up through the side waist. Take a breath. And then exhale, plant your hands back on the floor. We're gonna tuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and step forward. Just redoing and undoing what we're doing. Left foot steps back this time. Left knee goes down. Nice and simple, arms rise up. Yeah, interlace everything but the index. See if you can straighten the arms a little more. Start to draw the arms back, opening from the armpit chest. Yeah. So right knee is up. You're in a lunge there. Yeah, pick this one. You're on your foot instead of on your knee. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. I didn't want you to hurt your knee. All right. So a little length. Take a breath. And then simply plant your hands back down. Tuck your back toes. Lift your knee and step forward. Keeping it simple. Inhale, lift halfway, and then fold deeply. Exhale. Feet are together. Let's bend our knees. Chair pose, Utkatasana. All right. So again, we lift and spread all the toes, and we sink a little weight into the heels, but then put all 10 of those toes back down into the earth. We'll push through the whole footprint and rise up. This time take a little back bend at the top, and then hands come right back to heart center. Good. Inhale, both arms reach. As you exhale, forward fold, empty out. I love how you're breathing and moving. Lift halfway, inhale. This time we go to plank, both feet back. Nice and simple, plank pose. We're going to give that another breath so you can integrate and feel how your muscles are working. And then we bend at the elbows and lower the whole body down at one time. Take it down onto the belly. And then inhale for a gentle cobra. That's it. Squeeze a little at the shoulder blades. The elbows draw back. The elbows are bent. We don't come up that high. Yep, it's kind of gentle on the spine. Yep, lifting through the crown of the head and breathing. Now, as you lift and widen the chest, can you lengthen your legs back? Can you press into the tops of your feet? Yes. Take one more breath here, and then lower the chest, tuck your toes, and come into your very first downward facing dog. At least the first one of the morning, not the first one of your life. Is it anyone's first down dog ever in their whole life? If it is, lift your leg up. I want to see. Yeah, it might be. Look, sometimes people come for the first time, right? And so if you're here for the first time, make sure your head is down. We want the head low but the hips high, and we want to try to push back so we feel it in the legs. We're using the power of our quadriceps to push back, and then maybe the hamstrings will open a little bit more. Don't worry about your heels touching the ground. It's a myth. That's not how the pose works. We push through the heels, but we don't have to touch the mat. Take one more breath. And then please walk your hands back to your feet. So take a little walk to the back of the mat. Soften your knees and roll up nice and slow. Tucking the chin, working through each vertebra. Yep. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Good, lift halfway, inhale. Let's stay right there. Bend the knees 90 degrees. Give me a half chair where your arms reach forward. Let's open the feet about hip distance apart here so you have a little bit wider stance. And the chest is down, the body's parallel to the ground, yes. So we want to lower the head, lower the chest. So it feels like your hips are really sticking back as your arms are reaching forward. And then press your palms together and pull them to heart center. Right elbow inside right knee. Right elbow inside the right knee. Yep, go ahead, exalt your arms. Oh, I love this in the warm-up. This is really nice. Take one more breath here, a little twisting for the spine, and then eyes down, hand down. Tuck your chin, tuck your tailbone, and roll yourself back up. Just warming it up from the inside out, all the big parts. Good. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Fold all the way in. Lift and lengthen, look forward, hold there, bend your knees 90. Start to feel the weight of the hips pulling back and the arms reaching forward, grounding the feet. Press the palms together, pull them right into your heart center. Left elbow inside left knee. The knee pushes in, the elbow pushes out. There, you create a little lock, and then you exalt your arms. Right one up to the sky, left one down to the earth. Just feel what's happening in your spine. Draw the head back just a little to make space. One last breath. And then eyes down, hands down, knees soft. We're going to roll it up one more time. Use your core, squeeze your hamstrings, use all of your muscles. There you go. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Lift and lengthen, look forward, and then walk out to plank pose. We're going to stay in plank. This time we lift the right toes off the mat. As you lift your right leg, can you pull the right knee to your right elbow? As you do that, look forward. Don't drop your head. See if you can squeeze a little more from the waistline and get that knee to touch the arm. And then step into plank. Just put the foot back down and lower. Lower to your belly. Yeah, I'm getting dirty looks now. Inhale, cobra. Yep, exhale, downward facing dog. It's not that bad. We're going to do it on the other side. Come forward into plank. Organize yourself. You know you have lots of different muscles. Your legs, your chest, your arms, all of it's working. Left toes pop up off the mat and then pull left knee to left elbow. Nice and simple. We hold it a little longer than you want to maybe because that's how we get stronger. Give a little more squeeze from the waist. Touch the knee to the arm. Touch and then step back to plank and lower. Arms may be fatiguing a little bit. Inhale, cobra. We'll get off the hands in a moment. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Give me one good deep breath in. Push back a little bit. And then as you exhale, look forward. Let's walk our feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale and fold. Good. Feet are together. Bend your knees. Sink your hips. Here comes chair pose again. Grounding through those big toes. Yeah. Push through both feet and come all the way to standing. Let's leave the arms up high in the sky. And then pull the right knee into the belly. So we stand up really tall and then we just pull that right knee up. I like it. Let's see if you can imagine hugging a ball right there above your head. And then take that right knee and squeeze it out. I'll go with you this way. I was mirroring, but I forget that I have people behind me too. Squeeze it open. Feel that little bit of heat in the outside of the hip. Yep, and then bring it center. Standing leg is going to bend, and you're going to cross over and tap your toe to the floor, and then sit back. Right there. Reach the arms behind you. It's kind of like the half chair, but there's a little more integration here. Feel the legs squeezing into each other. Draw your chest out even more. Yeah, you got it going on. All right, the arms are going to sweep back up to the sky, and as you stand, pull that knee back up to the chest, and then time it so everything comes down together. The foot touches as the arms return to your sides. Yeah, let's do the other side. Inhale, arms reach. Hold the arms up there. Left leg comes up. Imagine you're squeezing a ball between your hands, so there's some sense of integration about what you're doing. We can feel the middle, and then we move away from the middle with that left leg. Squeeze it open. Feel a little heat start to come into that outer hip. The standing leg is strong. The midline of the body is stable. Got it. And then nice and easy, bring it back. Soften the standing leg, and then cross your knees and put your left toes on the floor. Sweep the arms behind you. Feel the legs work into each other. Chest feels long. Hips are back. You might even square the hips a little here. Left back, right forward. Left back, right forward. Yep. That's it. And then with some grace, the arms return to the sky. The knee returns to the chest. And then we time it so we can put it all down at the same time. Yes. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Fold right in. Lift and lengthen on your inhale. Let's go to plank and lower on the exhalation. Both feet go back. Bend your elbows. There we go. Inhale, cobra. And then exhale, downward facing dog. How are we feeling? Yeah, the day's getting even nicer as the moments pass. Give a little extra push back. And then right foot steps forward to the hands. This time stay on your left toes and rise into high crescent lunge. There we go. It's the glute kind of day. So our arms are going to come out like airplane wings. It's called Degasana. We call it airplane pose. You're going to lean a little forward, and then you're just going to float that left leg up behind you. As soon as the leg comes up, I want you to start lifting your head, lifting your arms, and lifting your left leg. So feel the work in the back body. Yeah, that looks pretty amazing. And then can you come to standing, arms to the sky, left knee to the belly. Not an easy transition. Now soften the standing leg, cross your knees, sweep your arms back. This time I want you to stay low. So stay deep in your seat, but bring your arms forward, press your palms together, pull them into the heart center, and then lift your head and squeeze your elbows in. Now you feel everything moving into the middle. Elbows squeeze together. I like it. The elbows are squeezing, the forearms are glued. See if you can make them touch. And then reach your arms back up to the sky. Lift that left knee high, and then we put it all down. All right, inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. There will be a moment where your brain gets on board with all of this. Yes, and it will feel easier. Lift halfway, inhale. Go to plank and lower on the exhale. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Some of you are starting to move into that. Exhale, downward facing dog. We do high crescent lunge on the other side. It's left foot stepping. Stay on the right toes. And then rise up. There is this thing called neuromuscular connections, right? We need the brain and the body working together. When we repeat our movements, they become more familiar. We get actually better at them because we can refine them. Arms out like airplane wings. Lean a little forward into the left leg. Float your right one behind you. Once you get your balance, see if you can start to lift the arms, lift your head, lift your leg behind you. Start to feel the back body. There's a little back bend going on. And then arms to the sky, right knee to belly. Go ahead and soften the standing leg, cross your knees, sit back again like we did before. So everything's starting to be a little familiar, right? This time, not so bad. First time, what is she talking about, right? And then the arms come forward, reach like you mean it. Press the palms, pull them into the chest, and then start lifting your head and chest and squeeze your elbows in. There is an energy there. You can almost feel it, like everything is all of a sudden kind of small, shrinking. Yep. Inside the body. The midline energy contracting. And then as you stand, the arms reach high, lift your knee to your chest. And again, we put it all down at the same time. Beautiful. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to move into a flow. Lift and lengthen, inhale. Let's go to plank and lower on the exhalation. See if you can do that rhythm with the breath. Inhaling through cobra, and then exhaling back to downward facing dog. All right. Right foot steps up, left foot turns flat. We call it warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. And we face forward, the arms reach high. Let's make sure that back foot is flat so we feel a little more stable here. We're going to stay put in that stance. And then open your arms out like a T. We're going to take the arms in front and cross the right elbow under the left elbow and come into eagle arms. Now I know that that doesn't work out so great for everybody. So if you're trying to figure out what that all means, you can just cross your elbows and move the back of your hands toward each other. Sometimes the right hand can slip in front of the left. Fingers are pointing to the sky. Thumb is dialing in toward the midline. Let's lift the elbows a little higher, like shoulder height, and move the hands away from the face. Okay, so we have all that beautiful stuff going on in the upper body. Go ahead and bend into the front knee just a little deeper. And then ground the back foot like crazy and start to fold into like a humble warrior with the eagle arms. Uh-huh. Yes, back foot is grounded. Fingers point down toward the earth. Bow your head. Now we've got to really ground the feet, pull in that midline, pull in the belly, and start to rise back up. Ooh, yummy. Release your arms, inhale, arms reach. Exhale, let's take a flow. Hands down, step back, and lower. Moving through that, coming back to yourself, back to the rhythm of your breath. Let's try it on the other side. Left foot steps. Right foot flat. Warrior one. We come up, the chest plate is forward. Arms are going to open out wide. And then it's left under right. Just cross them on the chest, bend the elbows so your fingers come up, and maybe you just press them in toward each other, or maybe you slip. You can even go back to what we were doing before. Work the midline. And there's an integration of left arm pushing up, right one pushing down, gently. Maybe the elbows lift as high as the shoulders and the hands move away from the face. Let's reintegrate the base. Make sure the back foot is grounded. The back leg is super straight. Bend a little into your front knee, and then we fold. It's called humble warrior, so we bow our heads. Shift your gaze to the back foot. See if you can point your fingers to the mat. You've got this. Now we've got to make sure everything in the base feels solid. Protect your spine. Squeeze in a little bit at the belly as you rise. Push into your feet. So you root down as you rise up, and then release your arms. Inhale, reach. Exhale, flow. Hands down. Step back and lower. Okay, I like how you're moving. Find your way to downward facing dog. Okay. You like that song, Ann? Let's come forward into plank. Roll onto your right side. We're going to open the chest a little bit. Reach that left arm high to the sky. And keep working from that midline. The space between your legs, your hips, your belly, all lifting away from the mat. Push into your right hand. Reach the left one even more. Head back just a bit, and then return to plank. Yes. Take it to the other side. Opening wide across the chest. Think about that space. From hand to hand, we create space. Draw the head back just slightly. And then return to your plank. Let's lift our hips and go to down dog. Just in case your hands or wrists are fatiguing, we walk to the back of the mat. Let's get off the hands. That's it. Soften your knees. Let's roll up one vertebra at a time. Take your time. Chin is tucking. Protect the neck. Inhale, both arms reach. Good. Let's open the arms out like a T. Lift that right knee off the ground. This is it. We're going to open that knee nice and wide. Press it out as wide as you can. Now, straighten the standing leg and start to move that leg behind you. Airplane pose. Come to standing knee to belly. That was slow motion. We're going to speed it up. Open it wide. Take it back behind you. Pull the knee back to the belly. Meditation in motion, yeah? Do one more circle on your own. Yep, feel a little heat building around the hip. Whoop. Keep your eyes focused. And then put it down. Just enough time to create some fatigue. Take a breath. Close your eyes. So we break it down nice and slow. We'll create it on the other side. Arms are going to reach up. Take a deep breath. Then open them out wide like a T. Airplane arms. Left knee rises. Let's just sit down a little bit. Start to get a little bit of integration into your balance. So the standing leg is a little soft. Just see if you can come down a little bit lower. I am Then we're going to press that left knee out wide. Hold that for just a breath or two. And then notice what happens when you straighten the standing leg. We come up a little taller. Good. Circle that leg behind you. Digasana. And then knee to belly. It's just hip circles. Open wide. Take the leg back behind you. Pull the knee to the belly. This is 3. We're going to do 5, just like on the other side. Focus your eyes. Don't look at anyone else. This is your work. It's your integrations, your balance, your focus, your presence. And after the 5th one, we get to put it down. Good. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Let's walk our hands forward. So this is plank. We turn plank into downward facing dog. And then please step your right foot forward. Stay on your left toes. Both hands are going to move to the inside of your right foot, please. Yep. And then let's widen the stance just the tiniest bit. Wiggle the right foot toward the right edge of the mat. Right foot goes out just a little bit. We're going to hold there for just a moment, so feel that. Use your back leg as much as you can. And I want you to lift your hips a tiny bit higher and soften your elbows so your head goes a little lower. Can you imagine that? Soft elbows, but lots of integration, legs solid. Now tuck your right shoulder under your right knee. Take your right hand to the outside of your right ankle and grab it. Now, here's the midline energy. Take the weight off your left hand and grab the inside of that right ankle. Yeah, I wasn't kidding. No hands on the floor, not even elbow on the floor. Yep. Work from your insides. I know, you didn't come here this morning for this. Yeah, you're like, what in the world was I thinking? It's a beautiful day. I could be walking on the beach. Yeah, you're building character right now. Yeah. You're going to catch yourself in judgment. You're going to soften it. And you're going to turn your inner dialogue from, this is so hard, to, I'm doing it. Yeah. Release your hands. Go ahead and put that left knee down. Turn your right toes out. Put your right hand on the inside of your right knee. Let it fall open. Add a little twist. Yeah, not bad, right? It was almost worth doing the other thing to be able to do this, right? Maybe not. Drop into the front of your left hip a little bit. Get that stretch. Lengthen from the pubis bone to the sternum. Get long in the front body. Draw the head back. And then nice and easy. Eyes go down. Hands go down. We're going to tuck the left toes and sweep that right leg all the way up in the air for a one-leg down dog. Oh, that's happiness. Yeah? How does that feel? Give me a sound. Woo! Yes. I thought that might feel better. And then plant your foot on the ground. You can stay for 3 breaths or you can take a flow. You decide. Come forward, plank and lower, or just hold your down dog, or even take a child's pose if you need to. If you want to. You don't have to need it. You can want it. Yeah. And then the left foot's going to step forward. Stay on the right toes, and we'll move both hands to the inside. Let's wiggle the left foot a little closer to the edge of the mat. Feel like your feet are pushing into the mat, but your legs are drawing into your hip sockets, and that might make your hips lift a little bit. Yeah, we don't want to let the pelvis feel heavy here. It needs to feel lifted and buoyant. It's the pelvic floor and the lower belly strength, the core strength. And then with the hips high, we're going to bend the elbows, and we're going to tuck the left shoulder under the left knee. Left hand goes behind and grabs the outside of the left ankle. And then we take the weight off of the right hand and we grab the inside of the left ankle. Yeah, you've got this. Yeah. I love how creative some of you are about how to bypass using the core. Yeah, it's amazing. I love it. I've been watching bodies for almost 30 years and I learned so much from you. Yes. That's it. Take a few more breaths. Watch the inner dialogue. See if you can shift it to something more productive. These are the moments that we want to see what happens inside when we're challenged. Do we choose not to do it? Do we dig in deeper? Do we have a judgment about it? Like, look at yourself. In this moment, this is the mirror moment, not the check the watch moment, not the sip of water moment. Those are bypasses. Let's release our hands. Go ahead, put your right knee down. Turn your left toes out, let your left knee fall open, and then left hand goes to the inside of the knee and gently turn your chest open to the left. Right hand can stay out toward the right edge of the mat, so you have plenty of room here. Just make it feel good. Lift the chest, draw the head back. Yeah, just breathing and moving. Creating space. We don't want any kind of congestion locked up in the body, so just open. And then you'll look down, place your hand back down. Right toes tucked, left leg floats. All the way up and back behind you, say it. Yep. One breath at a time. And then we put the left foot down. Take one breath. And then look forward. Let's walk our feet up to the top of the mat. All right, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, chair pose. Do a little quick time check. Oh, perfect. Good. Let's come to standing, hands to heart center. And then just soften your knees. That's all. We're just going to make the knees a little bit soft. Not like a chair pose, but just a little soft so we can move gracefully. We're going to take the left leg, and we're going to take a big step back, creating warrior two. Yeah, turn open to the left side, arms out like a T. That's it. Now, do you remember that muscle on the outside of your hip that we were using when I asked you to stand and press your leg open? Yeah, do it here. Right? You feel that? That's what we're doing here. Keeping that left knee open. You got that? You like the sound effect, yeah? Because that's what it feels like. And now we're going to go in there a little more. We're going to cook it. Right? So I want you to imagine you are dragging your right heel back toward you and bending your knee a little deeper and pressing it open a little further. As all of that happens, draw your tailbone down. Right? That's it. Now reverse your warrior. Hold all of that and expand your body. Reach the right arm to the sky, the left arm down toward the earth. Slide it down your left leg. And then I'm going to ask you to do a little check-in. It's my favorite little check-in. Left hand to the lower belly, right below the navel. And then pull in from your handprint and make your spine even taller. Oh, it's so good. I see it happening in your body. Take a deep breath here, and then return to warrior two. Good. Straighten the front leg. We're going to drop the arms behind the back and clasp our fingers together. Here you can feel the chest open. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Now the body is going to stay open to the left side, and you're going to lean to the right. It's triangle with no hands. You've got to use the midline, and you've got to keep the chest open. Both legs are straight. You might not go as far as you always go. It's okay. We're playing with something new. Draw in from the pelvic floor. Stay nice and long. If your chin feels like it's tucking toward your chest, it's going the wrong way. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. Open your chest to the side. There's no folding. There's no looking down here. We might even try to look up past the left shoulder. I like it. Do you like it? Yeah. Go ahead and open your arms. Exalt. One to the sky, one down to your leg. And from there, we press down to rise up. Come on up. Yes. Straighten the right leg. Turn the right toes in. Turn your left toes out. Warrior two. Remember that muscle on the outer hip. Remember the work we were doing standing as we pressed our leg open wide. That's right here. Yep. So we're facing the back edge of the mat now. The right toes are turned in, the left toes are turned out. We're doing that work in the left hip. We're going to try to drag the left heel back toward us a little, bend the left knee a little deeper, and then find that medial glute and press that knee open. Woo! Draw the tailbone down. I'm starting to see some of your glutes shake. Yep, a little bit of that. We're just getting stronger. We want strength and support around the major joints of the body. Hold all of that. Reverse your warrior. Right arm down, left arm up. Any variation you like, but make it big. And as you start to expand, remember the midline work. Let's put that right hand on the belly, right below the navel, and know that you're moving from there. Pull up and in. Back leg is so straight. The back leg is super supportive here. If your knee is bending, it's probably because your back foot arch collapsed. We want to make sure we're taking care of the back foot arch. And yes, yeah, it's me. Return to warrior 2. Yep, now we straighten the front leg. Hands drop behind the back. Interlace the other way. We always go the same one. Put the other index in front. Start to draw the arms a little bit back. Open the chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades. Make sure your foundation feels solid. Both feet are grounded. The legs are straight, and then we tip ourselves a little bit to the left. Just feel it. As you lengthen out to the left, the tailbone draws down. There's all that sense of integration. Feel the work. Remember where your hand was in the reverse warrior? Are you working there, or did it fall out? Always great to check in. Draw the head back. Make sure you're breathing. I really like what I see. This is like a moment of strength here. If you're looking down, turn your gaze the other way. Chest should be trying to turn up to the sky. That's it, cat. And then release your arms where they know. Go back to the familiar. Left arm down, right arm up. It's those same airplane wing arms, right? We've been doing them the whole practice. And then we root down to rise using the center line. Come back up. Okay, turn your left toes in. Put your hands on your hips and fold. You can say it. Let your head down for a moment. Two breaths. This is for your nervous system. And then nice and slow, put your hands on your hips. On an inhale, rise back up, lift your head. Keep your eyes open so you don't lose balance. And then please turn your right toes out and your left toes out. Yep, goddess pose, both feet turning out. So if the toes turn out, the knees are turning out, that means we're turning out at the hips, and then we're going to bend our knees. Here's your challenge. We've only been doing one leg at a time. Do you remember that feeling when you had your leg lifted and you were trying to press it open? Yeah, now you're going to do that with both legs. Right? You feel that? Yeah. And it might not go as far as you want it to. There's a lot of reasons for that. But we work with it. You might want to widen your stance or narrow your stance. You may want to tuck your tailbone or stick your tailbone out, because maybe the relationship between the pelvis and the leg bones, maybe the angle of the bones has to be a little different. Start to educate yourself about your body, and then show me those airplane wing arms. Turn your palms to face forward and spread your fingers really crazy wide like rays of the sun. And as you start to reach out to those fingertips, I want you to pull from the armpits to the fingertips. Make the triceps come alive. So you're making your arms as long as you can, and you're bending your knees and your hips as deep as you can. Ooh, all of that's happening at the same time, and you're breathing. If that inner critic is coming up, see if you can quiet it. I was going to say quiet her, but she might not be a she. We don't know who that voice really is. Turn your palms to face up. Now lift your arms up over your head. As you reach higher, can you sit lower? I think you can. Even if you think you can't, I think you can. That's it. Now press your palms together. Pull your hands down in front of your face. And now sit a little lower. Let's lift the right heel. That's good. Now sit into that right side a little deeper. Yep. And then put that heel down. Do the left. You got this. Put the left one down. Now, squeeze your elbows together right in front of you. Lift your elbows as high as your shoulders and then lift both heels up. You've got this. See if you can sit in a little lower. Oh, everything's speaking to you right now in this moment. And then press the heels down. Straighten your legs. Release your arms. Let's turn our feet forward. Just face the front. We're clapping. Yay! Turn our feet forward. Let's gracefully step our feet to the top of the mat. Oh, how happy are we to have the legs together. Let this moment be a celebration. Don't pass it by, ready for the next thing. Like, this is good. Sometimes the simplest things in life, really, we just pass them right by. Feel your feet on the ground. Feel the invigoration in your body. Come back to your breath. Feel that cool breeze on your skin. Sometimes we cherish the simple things. Now, nice and slow. Inhale, both arms reach. Exhale, forward fold. Lift halfway on the inhale. Let's go to plank and lower. Moving through that vinyasa, maybe a little more mindfully, a little slower. Inhaling through cobra, appreciating each of those different movements. And then finding your way to downward facing dog. Let's take one deep breath here. Let out a little sound on the exhale. A little sigh, a little ah, a little woo, whatever feels good. And then come to seated. We're going to sit right down. Put your left hand on your chest. And then put your right hand on top of your left hand. Sit with yourself for a moment. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your breathing. So for just a few moments, we step away from the movement and we move ourselves into stillness. This is where the yoga lives. The residual effects of the practice. This is where you get to see it, you get to feel it. What happens from the breathing and the moving. It's not all about digging into burning hips or balancing on one leg. It's about feeling alive, feeling good in your body, feeling like you've done something that's really good for you. And you know how I feel. It's not just good for you. When we do the work on ourselves, we are better to the people around us. As we heal ourselves, we heal the world. As we heal ourselves, we heal the world. Because we are the world. I know that's a song, and that sounds corny, but it's true. It's like my wise friend Lydia reminds me that we are the traffic. When you're sitting in a traffic jam and you're looking around and you're mad at everyone else around you, realize you are them, right? Right? We are the traffic. We are the community. Let's go ahead and extend both legs straight out in front of us. Take your hands behind you and turn the hands slightly out so they're not all the way back or all the way forward, but they're just slightly out. And then let your shoulder heads round forward a little bit. Just let the shoulder heads round forward, let your head drop forward, chin to chest. And then bend your knees about 90 degrees, put your feet flat. Start to press into those feet, start to lift your hips, And as you come up, let the shoulders roll open, pushing down to rise up. You got to roll the shoulder heads back. Lift your hips as high as you can. It's called reverse tabletop. You can keep your chin to your chest, or you can let your head drop back. It's only if your neck says okay. It'll tell you right away. You got to listen. And then draw the chin back to the chest, lower slowly back onto your bottom. Go ahead and lay yourself down onto your back. It feels pretty good to lay down, so just let's enjoy that for a moment. All right, bend your knees 90 degrees again. Oh no, this is not 90. This is just bend your knees and put your feet flat. Open them a little wider to the edges of the mat. Let them go side to side. So we're moving through the hips. We want to have smooth movement. If your feet are too close to you, that means your knees might be bent too tight. So you might want to move your feet a little bit away from you and wide. So you want freedom. You want to actually feel, it's not about your legs, it's about where the leg bone meets the hip socket and watching the rotation of your legs in your hips, right? There, now a little more mindful. That's it. Careful with your knees, Cherie. Yeah. And then bring those knees back up to center. Let's draw the right one into the belly. Grab it with our hands. Start to flex the right foot. So you actually feel some integration. You feel some stretch on the sole of the foot. And then extend the left one long. Put a flex on the left one too. Yep, I like it. Now lift head, neck, shoulders. Start looking down toward the left foot. See if you can pick it up an inch. Not 6 inches. 1 inch. Yeah, there's a big difference. That's it. Now, can you hold that from the central channel, from the midline? Hold on to that. Release your arms and reach forward. Keep pulling from inside, between the legs, up into the lower belly. Use the whole abdominal wall. Don't fatigue the neck. Don't jam your chin to your chest. Maybe look at the beautiful sky. That's it. Now, straighten the right leg. The one that's into the chest goes up to the sky. Up to the sky. The right one up to the sky. Yep. And now both legs are going to turn in just the littlest bit. Turn them. Yep. There you go. Yep, that's it. Give me one more lift of the chest, just a tiny bit higher because you can. And then pull your right knee back into your belly. Put your left leg down. Lay your head down. Say it. Yeah. Now, take that right leg over to the left side for spinal twist. Ring that out. Whatever that did to you, ring it out. Soften the breath all through the obliques, through the abdominal wall. It's a spinal twist, so the right leg went over the body to the left side. Start to move your attention more to the quality of your breath. How many parts of your body actually feel your breathing? Have a beautiful Saturday. All right. And then we slowly roll it back to the center. Release that right leg down. Pull the left knee into the belly. Now lift head, neck, shoulders. Make sure you check in. You're working in the midline. And then we pick up that right heel just a little bit. Keep breathing. Extend your arms forward. Just building one layer at a time and then checking in on the form. Are the soles of the feet working? Spread your toes. Flex your feet. Push your heels. That's it. You got this. Now the bent leg is the one that's going to go up to the sky. Take it straight up, and then from there, turn both legs in. The toes turn in, the knees turn in. You feel that? There's your midline. I know you got this. Some of you look super strong here, and your faces are actually almost at ease. Almost, right? Put a smile on your face in this moment, and then it's not so bad. Let's lift head, neck, shoulders just a little more. Yep. And then grab your left knee, pull it in. Put your head down, put your right leg down. As you feel that soften away, we turn it into spinal twist to the right side. The left leg goes across the body. And we soften in even more. The belly softens, the breath expands. Little by little. The tension starts to melt away. Go ahead and take one more breath right there. Let out a little sigh maybe. Soften the energy of that a little bit. And then roll back to the center. Let's hug both knees in just one last time. Give it a little squeeze. And then we let our legs go. Let both legs down. Let your arms come down by your sides and just settle into the stillness. Palms face up. And we let the hands rest on the floor. It's actually a moment to let the brain rest. No more instructions to follow. Just stillness, recovery, restoration. So as you begin to awaken, just catch a glimpse of yourself in the stillness. Start to open your ears, maybe open your eyes, but let's stay there on our backs for a moment as we just realize that the world is continuously moving around us. There's something really important about allowing yourself to be still while things continue to happen around you. The world is never going to stop moving, and most of the time we're swept away in the flow of it all. But there's something really precious about stopping, pausing and breathing, noticing how you feel, allowing yourself to be witness, observer, seer. It's hard to do that when you're in it. When you feel ready, you'll start to breathe a little more, maybe move a little more, and eventually you pull yourself together. You bring yourself up and sit. How do you feel? Feel good? You feel wonderful. Thank you for telling me, Barbara. I can always count on you. Feedback. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. She has a voice, right? And she wants it to be heard. I love it. I love it. We have been quieted for too long. The key is to learn how to express yourself kindly, wisely, right? To think before we speak, right? Just to be able to really know that what you're saying matters. And that takes little moments of stillness. It takes a little bit of quiet. It takes a little getting to know ourselves. All of the things that are happening on the mat, hearing that inner voice, watching our reactivity in the challenges. This is all the process. It's not about balancing like this. Anyone could do that if they try. Like if they hold onto a chair or the wall, they keep trying and practice. It's not the physical movement. It's bearing witness to yourself as you do it. Seeing what you can learn and how you shift and change and transform and evolve as a human being because of it. That's why we do yoga. So thank you for being part of that. Thank you for being willing. And if you're still here because you want to balance on one leg, yay. Just keep coming and keep trying. One day, you're going to realize that there's something more happening inside of you. I started out just doing all the physical stuff because I could, and I was good at it. But then something changed. And I hope that that happens for all of you. Let's put our hands together in the heart. We'll make one beautiful sound together as one community. Take a deep breath. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti Hi. Om Peace, Peace, perfect peace. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free. May the actions of my life and all of our lives somehow contribute to that happiness and to that freedom for all. Oh, may all of us walk away today with a little more peace. May we be an example of that peace in the world. May we always, always use our yoga for good. Namaste. Namaste. Everybody. Thank you so much. I would love to turn the mic over for a second if you guys would give your attention to my dear friend Laura Reese, who is hosting the Wellness Festival I've been talking about next Sunday. So after class Saturday, we have another class next weekend in Old School Square. It is a beautiful community gathering, and I'm really proud to be doing the opening class. So 9:15 in Old School Square. Come join me for yoga and enjoy everything else. She'll tell you all about it. You got it. Well, but there's a mission.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Leslie. What a beautiful class. I'm a little yoga high, so stay with me. My name is Laura Reese. I'm the founder of the Kindness Matters 365 Foundation, where we provide programs for school-aged children supporting their social, emotional, and mental health. We go into schools, and don't we need a little bit of social, emotional, mental health? Thank you, thank you. So we provide them with tools, tips, and strategies to help them understand the importance of and how to take care of themselves first, and then give back where they can and feel good about it. We go into schools where 12 countries strong, 12 states strong in the country, over 200 programs, and we really are changing lives and empowering children, and we're really excited about it. So this Community Wellness Festival, next Sunday, you get a double dose of Leslie. Saturday, Sanborn Square. Sunday, Old School Square, 9 to 2. Leslie will be leading us through the yoga flow in the morning. We're going to have over 95 health and wellness vendors. A kid zone for the kids. It's a it's free to the public. A clothing swap. If you have clothing to donate, bring it. If you need clothing for anything, come take it. Lemonade stand. Where's my lemonade stand? Yeah, lots of family. This is all about bringing the community together, shining a light on health for all of you. I'll see you then. Thank you.
Thank you. So I hope that I'll see you there. As always, I have the clipboards here. If you... Oh, I'm not singing happy birthday to me. If you guys want to sing to me, I'll stand in the middle of it, but I'm not singing. My birthday is Monday. Yeah. Yes, so much to celebrate. Thank you. I feel your love. Every Saturday I feel it, but I feel it even more right now. Thank you. 42, right? Yes. 42. 36. Yes, I'll take that too. 29. 58, actually. 58. Can you imagine that? That's a little closer to the 60. Yes, if you would. Thank you. So clipboards, we have the regular clipboards with the waiver if you would sign in for the city, and then we also have the sign-up sheet if you would like to be receiving emails from me about the different events. Thank you so much. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You have something for me? Okay. I also have passes and magnets. I know I ran out of magnets last week, so if anyone has not been to my yoga studio, please come get a pass. I'd love for you to come and be my guest, take a class. If you have been there, come get a pass and share it with a friend. So I would love to see you coming to the studio as well as here in the park. There's another clipboard going around, and I am always available for hugs.